Hello. Hi. Welcome. So we have our first real Queendom content, and I will discuss it because why not? Why not? I just didn't feel like waiting for the first real round. So okay, whatever. That's our intro. So yes, Queendom season 2 has officially kind of started. We've gotten our episode 0, which is coincidentally also the name of Taeyeon's dog. We also have our intro performances, which I will give my ranking of them towards the end of the video. So you should stick around for that. Or you can skip ahead. I have timestamps. So episode 0 is just kind of like a short 40-minute episode of just the groups introducing themselves to each other. I thought it was kind of interesting that they did this as an episode 0. And then it does kind of have a cliffhanger into episode 1. I don't know why they did this, but whatever. We get all of our contestants walking into the big room. First up, we got Brave Girls. And they did this cool little thing where they did sins and then their debut year. And I thought it was really funny that Brave Girls had 2016 when in fact Brave Girls as a group debuted in 2011. But these members were not in that group at that time. I thought that was just a funny little retcon that happened. Because yeah, it would have been weird to say 2011 when they did not debut in 2011. Brave Girls this episode, interesting. They are extremely shy. Granted, Mamamoo was kind of like that in Queendom 1. I guess it's just maybe an age thing. I don't know. They are actually pretty old. By old, I mean in comparison to everyone else. When Yeso said her age and the Brave Girls members are like, oh man, we're 12 years older than her. So they're in their 30s then, which that's cool. Oh my god, one of the Brave Girls members has my birthday. Sorry. Okay, they're not as old as I thought they were. That's probably a Korean age thing. They are older than me though. So, and I am getting close to 30 now, so that's a fun thought. I'll be very interested to see how Brave Girls interacts with all the other girls on the show as we go. Now maybe it'll be kind of like a Park Bom where, they're a little shy, but they're cute. I don't know. I didn't get much from them this episode. And I'm hoping I can actually learn the members through this because I only know one, which is weird. You'd think I would know Eunji by now because she was in the unit, which I watched. I don't remember anything about anyone on that show. And she's also been on Queendom 1. She was the dancer substitute for Park Bom, which is kind of funny that she's back on the show. Hopefully Brave Girls will open up a bit more. Next up, we have my girls, WJSN, who are so fun. Oh my gosh. They, I feel helped make the episode exciting. They are getting a little bit of a bully edit. Exie kind of had a Jimin AOA thing, where she's very competitive, but it's kind of a funny competitive, but it's competitive, and I thought that was really fun. I think it makes sense to be competitive. I don't know, the vibe I got from WJSN is they're really just there to have a fun time. They're stirring up a little drama the whole Yoram. Oh my god. Easily the most iconic thing from this episode, and it's gonna be hard to top it because that was so funny. It wasn't even Yoram, it was Loona and Taeyeon being
oh, do we call them Sunday names?
And then Yoram gets called out, and the way this girl, oh my god, I love it. I saw the clip before I watched the episode, and it was funny then. It's even funnier in context. It's just so ridiculous. And the thing is, WJSN and GFriend, they're friends. There's no beef. There's nothing there. Hopefully WJSN doesn't get an actual bad edit on the show. They were funny this episode. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I could see maybe some people thinking like, oh, they're kind of meh. I don't think that's the case. I think they will be a fun addition to the show. Next, we have Loona, who gets this sad edit. It was really sad. So Loona's had issues with their company, potentially going potentially going bankrupt, and not knowing if they're going to disband or not. And that was actually a really real fear. And it was interesting to see them talk about it, because it almost felt like it really wasn't a big thing because they didn't disband, they came back. So it felt like, maybe everything was actually fine after all. But I don't know, the way some of the girls were reacting, I was like, oh, geez, that was real. That was a real fear that happened. The way their company told them they're going to be on the show, so Loona had just finished a concert, and like they're getting, pulled backstage, and they go into a room and they're like, oh my god, there's a bunch of cameras, that's weird. And they're given the Queendom envelope, and they open it, and like they're not excited. they're not like, ooh, Queendom, yeah. It's just like, so that was a bit awkward. I always just felt bad for them. I was like, oh, they don't want to do this. And it was just really uncomfortable to watch. I don't know if anyone else felt that, but I don't know. I thought that was just really kind of sad to see them not be thrilled about this. Maybe like some of the other groups showed. Like, they kind of had this reaction of just like, oh, this is it. Like, if we don't do well here, then like it's over. And I don't know. That was just how I felt with it. I didn't like it. But I'm happy they're on the show. They're a fun group. They're really cute with some of their interactions with the other groups. So I'm happy. I'm excited to see what they'll bring. Kep1er up next with so much rookie energy. Oh my god. I am so happy to see them like this. It was just so nice to see them being a group and actually like having friendships and making jokes and having fun, and they're just exciting, and I love that for them. I love that for the show. I think we need that. They're just like a breath of fresh air of just like fun. Granted, they are also in a very different position coming into the show than the other people on the show, because for one, they don't really have anything to lose. Kep1er already has a set disband date anyway, so it's not like this is their last chance. This is their intro. This is them just starting off. So to them, it's almost kind of just like a fun thing to do. You get to, make a name for yourself. You get to do some fun performances, interact with some other idols that you may not have otherwise. So I could see for them, this is just like a really fun experience. Whereas like some of the other groups, they're kind of like, would have just rather have it come back than do this show. So that's just my interpretation of it. Next up, we have VIVIZ, who were dressed like goddesses, and I died at the whole like, oh, we just came from a music show. And then you see the behind the scenes of like, yeah, we'll just tell them that we came from a music show if it's too weird. But like, they just came just dressed up just to do it. And I loved that. They looked phenomenal. And they did indeed look very overdressed. With VIVIZ, we get a lot of the like, oh, we've been in the industry for 8 years, but now we're rookies again. But like, we still deserve the respect of how we've been in the industry the whole time. I don't know. I think it was a bit over dramatic, a bit overplayed, because it's like no one's really looking at them as rookies. It's all just kind of a joke of like, they're rookies now, they have to call us Sunday. Like, it's just like, it's just joking around. And I think even they like are kind of finding it a little bit funny. Like, they're playing into it a bit. It's just the vibe I've got with all the drama that happened. Everyone's playing into it. They all know Like, what's going on? That's just... And lastly, we have our solo artist, Hyolyn, who just struts in, and wow. I can imagine how surreal that would be for everyone else in that room to have this second gen queen just strut in, because that's insane. Like, she's iconic. And you get a nice little, like, starship reunion with WJSN in her, because Sistar is their older sister group. So that was just kind of cute to see. Then she just gets outstaged by the real queen of the show, Taeyeon, who is everything. I love how just everyone fangirled over her. I would have been freaking out to see Taeyeon there. Like, that's just insane. I can't believe she did this. I can't believe they got her for this. I really just hope Taeyeon, like, you know, maybe does kind of maybe like a Tyra Banks thing, and every now and then she like inserts herself into it. Like, can we get a Taeyeon demonstration for each round? Like, I just want Taeyeon performances. Is that too much to ask for? Like, I think pretty much all the rules are the same. There is an elimination if you get like 6th place 2 times or something. Winner gets a M countdown show thing, comeback show, which, like, Kepler, you're gonna get those anyway. You pretty much already got one. Like, it's just like, why are they there? But I'm also not mad anymore. Like, at first I was mad about Kepler being there, but now I'm kind of happy. They seemed really excited to be there, and I'm kind of excited now after seeing their intro performance. Because let's talk about the intro performances. All right. My ranking of the intro performances, starting with my least favorite, is going to go to Brave Girls. I'm not sure why they went this route with their intro performance. I think it's just very much not them. And I think that is ultimately what hurts them in this intro performance and makes it a little bit just awkward, because it's not them. I don't know. It seemed very much them trying to do other trends, maybe trying to try new stuff, which, you know, that's not a bad thing, but it's an intro performance. You know, it should be like, this is us. I didn't get that from them. At number 5, we have VIVIZ. I'm not sure what happened here. I feel like they only got one take. The energy was off and some of the dancing. I don't know. It wasn't it. Sorry, VIVIZ. At number 4, I have Hyolyn. Now, I don't think she did a bad job. I just thought maybe we could have some backup dancers or something. And the main reason why I thought this was because, like, she was singing 9 Lives, and then, like, she stops and, like, a curtain falls or something. And then, like, I don't know, I was expecting a curtain to fall and there'd be something, you know, like dancers. And then they'd all do dolly together, and that would have been hype. But there's not. It's just a stage, and then she does dolly by herself. And there's just something awkward about it. Of just doing the dance alone. I felt uncomfortable. Like, she didn't do a bad job. There was just something off. You can bring in backup dancers. Idol had backup dancers for their intro performance, so, like, it's not like it's off limits. At number 3, I have Loona. I don't think this was bad. I don't think it's particularly good. It was just solid. I liked the music selection of Satellite. I don't really have much to say for this. Like, it's like, yeah, good. Top 2. Ooh. At number 2, WJSN. Here's why they are number 2 and not number 1. Well, okay, first off, love the song choices. I loved the whole performance. I loved everything. Why it's not number 1 is just some few awkward moments, which it's one take, I guess. Sola's hand of glitter that she just drops. And I saw she made a comment about it. It was just funny because I was like, that was a lot of glitter. It was very distracting when I first watched it. And then the second thing, as iconic as the dress change was, like, I gasped. I was like, oh, that was so cool. it's also a little bit awkward. That you can kind of see the little bit of like they're trying to do it, and it took me out of it a bit. Instead of just like a quick I think those two just kind of awkward moments in itself is what's making it not number one, even though I thought it was a great intro. So that leaves Kepler as my favorite intro performance. I thought this was actually kind of iconic. I thought the song choice, I think it's a good song choice. For one, I didn't want to hear "Oh Oh Oh" again, so this was good. I just think they looked phenomenal. I feel like they had multiple takes, unlike everyone else. But maybe I'm just thinking because it's Mnet that they're getting special treatment. But yeah. Xiaoding is a star, and I love her. And I don't know, they just looked so good. It definitely opened my eyes to how great Kepler might actually really be on the show. And maybe I was a bit naive and I wrote them off maybe a little bit too soon. So now, after this, I'm really looking forward to Kepler on the show. And that is my thoughts on episode 0 and the intro performances for Queendom 2. Show starts in less than a week. Oh my god. Oh, it's crazy. I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not ready at all. It's gonna be fun. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on the groups, your rankings of the intros. I've seen a bunch of other ones. Some really differ from my opinion. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts, I will be hopefully keeping up with this series as the show progresses. So I don't know, subscribe. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Have a lovely time of day, whenever you are. And bye.